What's good, y'all? You know what it is. It's Todd. Come on now. And I'm doing my video essay on the word burnt. A lot of you, especially you, Professor O, is probably asking why I chose the word burnt. You're probably thinking it just has to do with fire. No. I'm here to tell you today that burnt has a lot of different meanings. But let's get into it. First, I'm going to get to the real definition, and then I'm going to say what it, yeah. So burnt, from the Webster dictionary means consumed, altered, or damaged by or as if by fire or heat. We all know the regular definition, which you burn the house down, you burned it, or you touched the hot stove, you burnt your hand. Type. That's what we usually know what the bird. We usually use the word burnt for, but I'm here to tell you today is more definitions for the word burnt. So present term, most people use burnt after if they're feeling tired, exhausted, high off of drugs. If they think somebody's burnt, like they think somebody's just being stupid or dumb. Or burnt can also be used if you have a a disease, STD disease, and somebody might call you burnt. I remember in high school, my friend he used to do a lot of yeah, he used a lot of yeah, and we used to just call him burnt because he walking around burning, but he wasn't. So chill. Where did it come from? The origin. I'm pretty sure the origin of the original word burnt came from like burning a fire down. I mean not burning the fire down. Like if you burnt the house down, house caught on fire, you burned it. But I remember hearing the word burnt, and I think like eighth or ninth grade. I think when I got to high school, that's when I really discovered what the word burnt meant. I heard somebody say it, and I had no clue what it meant. It was just other than like they burnt themselves, but they came in classroom with their eyes red, low as hell, so, but their eyes low, talking about I feel burnt. Well, I'm burnt right now. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? And he ended telling me like I'm high right now, I'm burnt. I'm like, okay, like you tired, like you stuck for a type. Yeah. Who said it first, and what were they talking about? I'm pretty sure the original term "burnt," came from like way before us, way before our generations. Like pretty sure Jesus times, when they was sacrificing stuff, burning stuff. But when I first heard it, I was like in eighth or ninth grade, I believe. I think I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, and then what they were talking about how Friday was, how high they were. Um, How does it fit? Okay, into modern communication, burnt has a lot of meanings. I use burnt in my everyday lingo. You'll probably hear me say burnt probably like 100 times a day, and that can be for different meanings. So the first, usually, um, I use the term burnt. If I were to indulge in little tree or weed or marijuana, you know. I probably use it in the sense of, I'm very high in the moment. I'm feeling burnt out, like I'm very lazy. I can't really do nothing right now. I'm tired. Um, Another way burnt is used in modern day communication is if you're talking to somebody and they're just doing something like utterly stupid or utterly dumb, you say, bro, you're being burnt right now. Like you're just being,
The only
you're
face you
just
have for them.
being dumb. You're not using your brain, bro. Um, like I said, burnt can also mean, if you have STD. God forbid none of you in here have STD. Um, I also like to use the term burn when I'm talking about different women. A lot of women nowadays are burnt, meaning that they don't use their brain. They're very dumb. Simply, yeah. Not gonna get into too much for that because I don't want to get cruised in this class. Use it in a sentence and explain its context. Okay, I'll use it in a sentence. The I'm so high right now, I feel burnt. Basically meaning I am so high right now, I cannot function. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm stuck. Um, yeah. If somebody were asking me like, Oh, do you want to go out? You'd be like, oh no, bro, right now. I'm burnt out. Like I'm tired. Oh yeah, burnt out. Even if you weren't high, you just tired. You literally can just say, I feel burnt out. Like I'm exhausted. Even after you exercise, people can say I'm burnt. Like I'm real burnt. I'm tired. Tight. Another example. Oh yeah, like I said, when it comes to these women, yes, I have blatantly and not blatantly, but I have called women face to face burnt. Especially for example, let's just say some girl was doing something dumb, like posting herself on Instagram. You're burnt. Because what are you doing? No, I'm just not playing, but for class, so I'm playing. Yeah, I would just say you're burnt. Because what are you doing? Yeah, burnt in the sense is like, are you okay in the head? Are you good? You know, that's another way burnt can be used. It can be a controversial word, and no, it's not a compliment at all. Um, but it doesn't have to be what's the other word? It doesn't have to be insult either. You can just really tell somebody, oh, bro, I'm really so tired right now. Like I don't feel like going to class because I'm really burnt out. But a way it can be used as an insult, like if you like see a somebody that you don't find attractive or you think is ugly, like oh yeah, they burnt, like they look burnt, like they in real life look ugly for real. You know. Yeah, it's definitely an insult because I know when if me and my friend were to talk about a girl and call her burnt, that's not a compliment. Um, in reality, that just means you're brain dead. Yeah. So no, it's not a compliment at all, for real. But if you want to take it as a compliment, go ahead. You feel me? Why is it use significant? It's usually significant. Significant. Whoa, because who wants to just say I'm tired? Use burnt. Or who wants to say, bro, I'm so tired right now. You're burnt. Or who wants to say like, bro, I'm really like I really need to go to sleep. Like I'm too like you're burnt out, bro. Just you're burnt. It's like a simpler way. It's just like our generation we're lazy. It's just simple. We like to use simple words that mean more than one thing. You feel me? Um, do you have to be a part of an in group generation? No. I believe every generation can use it. They just have to use it correctly. Don't go around just saying burnt, 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 because it's like, bro, you dragging it for, or you're not using it correctly. But nah, if you know like the different definitions of what burnt can mean, no, you don't have to be a part of no specific generation. Just use it correctly, type for. But for older generations, they probably call us like lazy because we like to use a lot of simple words for different meanings. So I'm pretty sure older generations wouldn't use the term burnt. But some of them, some who are hip to like young generation lingo, Bill. I know my mom be saying like if she tired, like real life tired from work, she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm feeling burnt. I'm not cooking today." Stuff like that. I'm really burnt out. Like she not high enough, mama. She not high. She's just burnt. She's just tired for it. You feel me? Um, is it often used incorrectly? If so, nah. I've never heard anybody use the term burnt. It's pretty hard to not use burnt correctly because it's like at that point you're genuinely burnt. If you're using burnt incorrectly, bro, it's ain't not logging, bro. You know what I mean? How has this meaning changed from past to present? In the I know before our generation and back then, burnt was mainly just used for if you burned your hand, burned the house down, ashes or something is burnt, or you smell something like you burn your noodles, you smell it, it was burnt. You know what I'm saying? But present day, like I said, burnt has many different meanings. Tired, high. If you have STD, you think somebody's ugly. If you're exhausted, what else? Yeah, if you're in an argument, you don't agree with that person, you just and they're being dumb, like I said before, they're burnt. Yeah. Are there any equivalent synonyms to the I guess burnt, cause since burnt means a lot of stuff, there's I guess the only synonym for it would be like hit. The word hit, like, even though hit has a lot more meanings than burnt, I would just compare those two because If you're high, you say I'm hit, like I'm just hit, like I'm smacked, I'm hit. If you're talking to somebody and they're doing something dumb, you're hit. Like you're not using your brain, you're hit. Like you're smacked type. Smack means more like high, but I would compare burnt and hit. They kind of go hand in hand, but hit just has more meanings than burnt. Yeah, those two basically mean the same thing in a sense. Yes, this word will definitely have longevity in modern communication. It's not just a social media word. I know all my friends use it. I've even heard a couple. I know a couple females that use it as well. My sister uses it. My mom uses it. Family uses it. The word burn not going nowhere. You feel me? Because burn. Who not burnt? I'm burnt. Chill. Don't geek. Personal experience, understanding of the word. Yo, yeah. Personal experience. Like I said, I use the word burn every day. I use it in my everyday lingo. If I'm arguing with one of them men, and they doing something dumb, you're burnt. If one of the men, get cheated on, they go back to their girl, you're burnt. What are you doing? Even that goes applies to you females. If you get cheated on, you go back to your man, you're burnt. You're hit. And what I'm saying, hand to hand, are you going? I think you guys are starting to get it at this point. If you don't get it, that's why we have questions.